reason you're having suicidal thoughts and you want to end it all, it's not because you're crazy. It's because your spirit knows you're worthy of more than what your current reality is reflecting. But you feel stuck. You don't know how to change things. Another reason you might be feeling like you want to end it all is because you need God in your life. Not religion, but a personal, intimate relationship with God. And you might say, well, I'm constantly trying to talk to God, but I feel like He doesn't hear me. I feel like He's ignoring me. It's not that He's ignoring you, it's you're not recognizing when He's speaking. God is always trying to communicate to us, but a lot of times we overlook Him. We write things off as coincidences. We don't pay attention to the signs. God is constantly trying to speak to us, especially when you seek God. He wants to reveal Himself, He wants to show you that He's listening. But the thing is, are you listening? Or are you constantly just talking and not being still, not being silent, giving Him a chance to reach out and communicate to you? That's where meditation comes in. That's where constantly praying, constantly sitting in silence. Because when you pray, that's you communicating with God. When you meditate, that's God communicating with you. Even just paying attention to your surroundings. It could be a message on somebody's license plate. It could be something on somebody's t-shirt. It could be a TikTok or even a video on YouTube. You stumbling across this video. That could be God speaking to you, but you have to be paying attention. And here's the thing. You might be watching this and saying, well, I don't believe in God at all. That's okay because He believes in you. He's just waiting for you to come around. He's just waiting for you to open up your heart. Another reason you might be wanting to end it all is because you're under attack and you don't even know it. Spiritual warfare is real. The devil is real. Just like God is real, that dark force we call the devil is real too. And you will be fooled into thinking you need to get medicine, you need to go to therapy, you need to do everything but cling to God when that's the key. That's what's going to help you be able to recognize the devil's attacks. Because, like I said, he is so clever at making you think that these thoughts are your own thoughts when they're really negative seeds that he's planting in your mind, making you feel like you're crazy, making you feel like you want to end your life. That's really him disguising himself as you. And the only thing that's going to help you to be able to recognize when these attacks happen is by you being like this with God. Do you realize how many times the devil has tried to convince me to take my own life? Ever since I was a little girl, I've had suicidal ideations. I used to fantasize about suicide because that's how much pain I was in. I was so depressed. As a child, I was so depressed. I was so anxious. I felt so unworthy. I felt so low, like I didn't deserve to live. And I would constantly hear this dark voice in my head telling me, you don't matter. You're not that important. You're not that special. You're one of billions of people. Yeah, if you took your own life, people would be sad, but then they would get over it. Why don't you just end it? Aren't you tired of being in pain? Aren't you tired of being anxious and depressed? And there was a point in my life, I was this close to listening to that voice. I was Googling ways to kill yourself easily and to kill yourself painlessly because I just didn't want it to hurt. But I was literally in the bathtub Googling easy ways to kill yourself. I'm being very transparent. This was probably like 9 years ago. And I just kept hearing this dark voice just feeding me all these negative seeds. And I was taking them at first. I was feeding into them at first. And I didn't even recognize what was going on. I was thinking these were just my own thoughts. But then another voice came in and it was very stern. And it said, no, you better not. You know better. Do you realize the calling that you have on your life? And immediately I knew that was God. See, here's the thing, people who have a high calling on their life, They get attacked more than anybody. So if you constantly feel like you're being attacked, it's because you have a high calling on your life and you better not end it. Life is a mixture of free will and fate. God gives us the free will to choose, but He wants us to choose to be in alignment with who He's called us to be so we can reach our divine destiny. And if you choose to stay, which I pray you do, if you choose to stay, I just want you to know your testimony is going to play a role in somebody's breakthrough. Your testimony is going to bless somebody and tell them what they need to hear when they need to hear it. Because let me tell you something, if I would have listened to the enemy, I would not be here right now making this video. I wouldn't have made any of the videos that I've made. And I know for a fact that the messages that God has given me to share with you guys have helped so many people over the years. It might not be thousands, it might not be millions, but they've helped so many people. And whenever I get messages or comments of people telling me how I helped them and how God spoke to them through me, that that just does something to my spirit, and it just makes me so happy that I'm still here. And I promise you, if you are watching this video, you have a high calling on your life, and that's why you are under attack. I need you to know that. You're not going to reach your divine destiny if you're not here to reach it. Or if you decide to stay, but you just accept defeat. You just say, oh, I'm just going to get some medicine and go to therapy for the rest of my life. No, that is not the plan God has for you. And here's the thing, I'm going to be real. Following God's plan for your life, getting in alignment with who He's called you to be, is scary as hell. It takes so much strength, it takes so much courage. But guess what? You can do it because you can do all things through Christ. If you want to say universe, Allah, source, I don't give a damn. I'm not here to push nothing on nobody. I'm not here to push religion, but I am going to push you to have a personal, intimate relationship with the Creator. Whatever you call the Creator, I choose to say God. Like I said, I'm not here to push anything on anybody. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to love, and I'm here to tell you what God has given me to share with you. Or let's just say you want to end it all because something bad happened. You lost your job. You lost your car. You might have even lost a loved one. You might have been in love with somebody and thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with them, and they don't want to be with you anymore. You might not see how things are going to work out. You might feel like you cannot bear the pain, and that's why you don't want to be here anymore. Do not make a permanent decision off of short-term pain. Even losing a loved one is short-term pain. Is not going to last forever. I lost my nana when I was 8 years old, and me and her were like this. I was her closest grandchild. And when it happened, I felt like it was the end of the world. I didn't know how it was going to go on. But I'm still here. And guess what? I still love her and I still miss her, but it doesn't hurt anymore because I know that she's always with me because she lives inside of me. Even my brother, he actually committed suicide in 2020. And when it happened, I didn't know how I was going to move on because he was my little brother. He was 5 years younger than me. I didn't know how I was going to go on with my life, but I'm still here. And of course, I still miss him, but it doesn't hurt anymore when I think about him. That's why I'm begging you, do not make a permanent decision off of short term pain because there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I know right now you can't see it because you're in the midst of it, but I'm telling you right now, if you hold on, God will get you through. If nobody's told you, I want to let you know that you matter and I love you and I pray that you stay. If this message resonated with you, not only do I ask you to like it, but please leave me a comment, whatever you feel called to share. I genuinely love hearing from you guys. That's why I'm constantly replying back to people's comments. I'm going to be kind of sad when one day it gets to a point where I have hundreds and hundreds of comments because then I'm not going to be able to reply back to everybody. Also, if you need spiritual guidance or healing, I would love to work with you. I know I can help you. God has appointed me and anointed me to do this work. All these videos you guys see me put out, all these messages I put out, it's not really me, it's God. It's God speaking through me. Before I record a video, I always say to God, may I decrease and you increase. Use me as a vessel, use me as a messenger. You have my full permission to control the words that come out of my mouth. And the words just come. I'm just like, did I really say all that? Like, I don't know where that came from, but it came from the Lord. It came from God. That's why I say I know I can help you and I really would love to work with you. The link to my website will be in the description box. And yeah, if you have any questions prior to booking a session, please feel free to reach out. But yeah, other than that, I hope I see you soon. And I love you guys. Bye.